Hi my loves, related girl from around the way where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with a review of the Zeus Network's new show, Baddies, that just premiered yesterday, okay? So you know how we do over here. I'm gonna just hop right into the review. So Zeus Network, this show is feeling different, y'all. Y'all know I be like on Zeus Productions and their editing teams and things of this nature, but this is giving me a little bit of what I need. So it kicks off with us having intros or being introduced to the cast essentially. Naturally, we're introduced to Natalie first, and she's just like, you know, I do what I want, I say what I want, I get what I want. I am the bad girl embodiment, okay? Hate it or love it. Natalie is known, like that is her whole brand. We're introduced to Sarah. She is from Bad Girl Club season 11. And I'm like, girl, Sarah, you should have let that damn surgery alone, girl. You really should have. Remember Sarah back in the day? She was cute. She was the cute bop. She looked like, I don't know. She looked like the cat lady. Remember her? I'm going to try to insert a picture. The next intro we have is Judy. And Judy was on a lot of seasons. She was on, you know, seasons, I don't even remember what season she was on. I'm going to just go ahead and say Judy's season was the last season that I watched at Bad Girls Club. She got the voodoo for you bitches, period. I love Judy. I love to see her. She lost a little bit of weight. The last time I saw her, sis was looking bad. Y'all know Judy is a drunk. But, I noticed that she was on a lot of different spin-offs. We have 7. She was on season 17. I'm like, yo, 17 seasons of Bad Girls Club. That's crazy. We're introduced to Christina. She pretty much just says, yeah, I'm the fighter. I'm the crazy one. And then we're introduced to Janelle. She's like, I like hookah. I'm a hookah whore. I like to do this. I like to do that. It looks like she's going to be a fun time. I haven't seen Janelle. I haven't seen 7 because, again, the last season of Bad Girls Club that I watched was the one with Judy, okay? Then we're introduced to Sidney Star. She said she was honestly a replacement girl. I had no clue that Sidney Star was even a replacement on Bad Girls Club, so I mean, that's why maybe they included her. You know, we know that she was a super fan of the show, and this gives her an opportunity to be amongst the other bad girls. Honestly, I would have liked to see just another bad girl, honestly. Like, Sydney doesn't do it for me. If you know me, I'm a lover of all people. It has nothing to do with the fact that she's trans or anything like that. I just don't see it for Sydney. I just don't like her. Not that I don't like her. That's gonna sound wrong, but I don't know. I might see a different side of her, and it might change my opinion. And then last but not least, we're introduced to Tanisha Thomas. Girl, we love Tanisha. I stand Tanisha over here. She's such a cute bop on Instagram. She's so funny and down to earth. I really like Tanisha. She said that she was on season 2. She was the first breakout star that she was. It's been over a decade since she's seen these girls all together. Then, you know, Zeus Networks aired a little bad bitch intro. Zeus Networks, whoever is doing their jingles, their, you know, whoever is creating their, what's the word I'm looking for? Intro songs, they be on point. I'm liking it.
Yeah, she know she in first, they just average. Bad, 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 bad.
This honestly feels like a different show. Zeus Network is really stepping their up. So the first thing we have is Natalie Nunn calling Sarah on FaceTime, and she's like, I'm at the house, and I really want you to be the first girl to come here since you're from Atlanta, and all of these things. Natalie lets her know that everyone's going to be there with the exception of Janelle, who's having some issues with like a tornado or something along those lines. Sarah arrives, they hug, they embrace. Judy's the second girl to come, and she doesn't have her voodoo doll, but she does have her broom, and she's like, yeah, big witch energies. I'm like, Judy is so crazy. You gotta love it. Natalie says everybody has their own room except for Judy. Except for Judy, and then I'm like, oh boy, here we go. So she goes to show her the room, and Judy just gets on her little tiny teeny day bed. I'm like, girl, why do they have this grown woman on a day bed? Importantly, why do they have her share a room in this big gigantical house? I'm confused. Natalie lets her know that she'll be sharing rooms with Sydney. Apparently they used to be really cool, but they had a falling out, and I'm just like, girl, this is a whole setup. They ain't even trying to like even pretend, you know, even give us fake, you know, they just giving it to us like we gonna put the two that don't like each other in the room together. Which I can see if you want to try to initiate her because she hasn't shared a room, then do it to one of the girls that's like on season 3,521 of the Bad Girls Club. Why would you do it with Judy? Because at this point, Judy's looking like an OG. Christina arrived. She says she's excited, but she's cautious because, you know, she wouldn't exactly consider Natalie a friend, which who really does consider Natalie a friend at this point? But she is excited about her group. They are so messy in their confessionals, y'all. I feel like the confessionals are gonna give us what they need to give, okay? 7 arrives and she just says, Natalie reached out to me when I was, you know, on the Bad Girls Club, and we just kind of clicked. You know, I say like we have a good friendship. I'm like, you gotta be one of the very small few select. But she said they really just clicked over the fact that they're both moms, and you know, Natalie has always shown her love. 7 did say, I really didn't want to join this. I'm just gonna be honest. And I'm like, okay, give it to us for real. What's true tea? I didn't want to join this, but you know, she said it'd be an opportunity to promote our businesses, to push our personal brands, and you know, just to get to the back. And at this point, I've only seen Natalie promoting whatever it is that she has going on in the beginning scene. She was making phone calls with Sarah. She has some product placement there, which I want to see what the other girls are going to be there promoting. Tanisha lets us know that, you know, the reason why she's here is because they offered her a bag that she couldn't refuse. She would be stupid to refuse it, but she's not living in the house with the girls. She's living somewhere out of the haunted house because they all keep talking about this house on the hill is so haunted. And Tanisha looks good. She really does. She's saying herself like, girl, I'm in my confessional. I look good. She, you know, rented out her own Airbnb for the time being because she don't live in the house. That was the only stipulation, and she's getting a nice check. Kevin is so beautiful, by the way. 7, when she arrived, she said she was gonna reach out to Tanisha because she knows still some bad blood there with your girl Natalie. Natalie links with Tanisha, and again, she's just like, you know, I can't do it. I really don't want to live there, and it is what it is, and we just want to get this money, and we're going to keep it pushing. She's like, I really feel some type of way, but we have to do the photo shoot, and at the photo shoot, or whatever the case, you know, Natalie and Tanisha pretty much acknowledge that they have beef, but they're going to keep it cute for now. Sidney and Judy get into an altercation. Really, Sidney was just looking for, camera time. It felt like forced. It felt fake. So she just goes off like, you tried to get them producers to not get me on Bad Girls Club, and
as soon as the cameras are rolling. Goofy.
Turn up. But wait, if I got that much pull, then I'm really saying what you did do. You did make sure that I wasn't an original because of that shit.
Judy is just like, girl, I don't have that type of power. She was like, yeah, you caught the producers in LA when I was out there. That's why I wasn't on there. Da, da, da. She's standing up on a chair. She going all around. She was just like, just looking a hot mess to me. She dragged it. She really did. And she was just looking around like, okay, this is the Bad Girls Club. This is the Bad Girls Club 10 years later, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want some good shade. I want some good, you know, some good reads. I'm not interested in seeing Sidney and Judy fight. Judy's an easy target. We all know Judy's not a fighter. We all know that you're not going to hit her. So any beef involving Sidney Star is going to just be like, okay, sis. And then that's what she even said. She was like, I'm not going to hit you. I'm not going to hit you. We know that. We know you're not going to hit her. Judy better be careful because I can see y'all now dragging this girl for being homophobic. I mean, not homophobic, girl. Transphobic. You know, she was making a couple comments, being a sausage and shit like this. I think it's so corny to, if you are attacking somebody verbally, the first thing you go to is their sexuality, their gender. That's so easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, come at them shoes she was wearing. Come at that lace front she had on. But then again, Judy's lace front was terrible. So, I don't know. It's just such an easy target to call Sidney a man. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to get any cool points for that. You're not going to get any brownie points from me for that. And Judy better be careful. Because, you know, be careful, girl. You in danger, girl. Natalie was trying to put Judy on, like, girl, you better stop. And he was like, he's big mad, calling, you know, misgendering her. She was just like, you know what? I was drunk with you every day. We was throwing up in a car. Like, girl, what are you getting at? But Sidney, it's not her being a trans girl. Because I love me a trans girl. You get what I'm saying? It's just her, okay? Forced. It's like, oh, look at me. Look at me. I don't know. What y'all think? Is it me? I know it's gonna be a couple of, I'm not saying I don't like this girl. It's just not giving me what I need. Natalie and Tanisha have a weird exchange. Hey girl. Sarah starts complaining about being the last one that's going to go on her photo shoot. And, you know, I guess since it was the last one, nobody was like cheering her on, egging her on. And she was giving me very white woman, the white woman that she is. And, you know, Stephen was like, I don't know why you're complaining, because I asked you if you wanted to take my turn. And you said, no, it's Black History Month. You'll go last. Like, girl, what? What, Sarah? Stop it. She complained about being at the end of the promo picture. She is just giving me whiny, complaining white woman. Tanisha and Natalie said that they were going to try to talk about their beef tomorrow, but they ended up getting into a screaming match, even trying to set up the match. And then in the interim, she was like, you was talking about my family, but you was talking about my daughter. You was talking about my... I'm like, girl, it's a lot. It's a lot. They said a lot on their Instagram lives. If that's what you don't know what they're talking about, the beef they're talking about is from when they were airing each other out and trying to bring this project together on Instagram Live. Natalie, Tanisha storms off. Natalie's about to cry. And I'm just like, girl, huh? What? She lets everybody know that she's done for the day. She's had enough, okay? Natalie can't take it anymore. Sydney's in the confessional talking about how her beef with Judy has set off the beef between Tanisha and Natalie. And I'm just looking like, girl, you delusional if you really think that. Because that's not what it is, mama. Okay? They got, their beef is way bigger and way deeper than what you thought you was doing. But again, like, see, like, why would she say that? You know what I mean? I just... we gonna see. Natalie promises that if they can't talk, she's gonna beat her ass. And, you know, I think that's the fight we all like to see. Next day, we have Natalie complaining to Sarah about the whole Tanisha thing. Tanisha's acting so weird. Tanisha's not following us on Twitter and Instagram. Tanisha's by herself. Tanisha's acting like she's above us and all this. Natalie lets Sarah know that she has her makeup artist in-house, but the girls have to pay for their face and they're only doing light touch-ups. I'm like, girl, we know that's going to be an issue. Sarah's like, you know, I don't care because I do my hair and makeup anyways, and I submit you like some of these chicks need it more than others, you know what I mean? Janelle makes it finally. She's sad as hell. She in her biker shorts and her little bedazzled shirt. And she was trying to be excited about the house, and she was like, I can't. She just looked so sad. They lost her luggage. And she showed her to the room. She lets it be known that she's not even here for Sidney being in the house, which I get. Like, what is Sidney there for? She just feels so out of place to me. She does, y'all. I'm sorry. But Natalie did offer her her makeup team because she knows that it'll probably put her in better spirits. But she already knows that the other girls are going to be upset, just shaking up the pot. And lo and behold, Christina catches wind that, you know, the makeup team is not for her. They're doing light touch-ups, and she's going off. She's hooping and hollering. She goes into the room where the makeup artist is, which the makeup artist was doing the room in the damn conference room of the house. I'm like, girl, that's the only place y'all can do the makeup. But yeah, she was just like, listen, I don't understand why I can't get my makeup done. You got hair and makeup and you da-da-da. And she's in her confessional pretty much just saying, like, you're the EP, right? So I would think that you would want me to look good. Like, girl, apparently she went and touched the boys, the boys' makeup or something. Why weren't you using your own makeup? I don't get that. And it came down to the fact that she didn't want to pay for it. And he said that I did your makeup yesterday and I had to hunt you down for my $250. Natalie said, when I get up out his chair, he knows I'm sending him his money. He don't have to hound me for anything. And then the artist at the point, the artist at some point was just like, what's the conversation? I'm not doing your makeup. Even if you were paying me, I'm not doing it. And she was like, well, the conversation is because da-da-da-da, this, that, and the third. So they just going on and on and on and on and on. Freedom said he's not doing her makeup. She walks away. Her and Natalie are like, Natalie gets on my nerve because she yells like this. Oh my God. It's like a volley girl. But it's just, I don't know. Natalie, the way she screams and talks. No, but it is a big deal. Like, is it, Natalie? Is it really a big deal? So Natalie ends up going to her room because she wanted to talk and kind of like clear the air. She said, I'm going to knock. I'm not just going to barge in your door, whatever the case may be. And she was like, no, you did that yesterday. You did barge in here yesterday. I'm just like, girl, Christina is on go. It really doesn't matter. It can go any way with Christina. So long story short, they were trying to resolve their differences and it got physical, okay? Let's get physical. I think, Christina slapped her. She said, girl, I'm going to slap you. She slapped her on her arm, which that was weird. And then from there, they just went at it.
But it is the Natalie Show. But it is the Natalie Show. But it is. Bitch, come on. Come on, guys.
bitch, you in hair and makeup, not today, not no more. So this seems interesting. I know that you know, right now Jocelyn's Cabaret is giving me more than the Baddies. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Jocelyn's Cabaret is giving me more. But, you know, I guess I will have to wait for the story to progress a little bit more to see, you know, for me to get a little bit more invested. Give this video a thumbs up if you're interested in seeing more reviews like this. I'd be happy to do it if the interest is there. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here, and check out my other Zeus Network's reviews. I'll leave it up top somewhere. Not the middle finger, y'all. You know I love you, right? Or down in the description box, rather. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.